In closed session. Nothing to report at this point, and I would like to invite our sheriff to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the best country in the world. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Sheriff. First item of business is rather routine. This is taking up the minutes of the August 12th board meeting. What's the action of the board?
So move approval, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, there's a motion before us. Do I hear a second?
Second.
And there is a second. Discussion to the motion. All those in favor of the minutes of August 12th, please say yes. Yes.
Aye.
And that passes unanimously with Supervisor Koufax temporarily absent for another appointment. Now we take up the consent calendar. Any items before us from the board members that need to be polled or wish to be polled? Any items needing to be polled or wish to be polled? Hearing none, what's the action of the board?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent calendar in its entirety.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second to approve the consent calendar, item 5. Discussion to the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, passes unanimously with Supervisor Koufax absent. Okay, let's take up item 8B. This is a discussion, possible action, including approval of a letter to the state legislature requesting legislative support in raising the gross vehicle weight on large trucks in California. This is sponsored by Supervisor Pinches. I'll turn it over to Supervisor Pinches.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a letter, you know, in politics, you hear a lot of politicians talking about creating cleaner air and saving energy, and this is something that will actually do just exactly that on a large scale, and it won't cost the state 1 cent dime to do it. I'm going to start off for the members of the public to just write the short draft letter that here. Dear Senator, Assembly Member, in an effort to be proactive in the fight to escalating fuel costs, the Mendocino County Board of Supervisors at the August 19 meeting took a position to urge your support of legislation to increase the gross vehicle weight on large trucks in California. The high cost of fuel raises the cost of all products of food we consume. Therefore, timber, agriculture, and manufacturing industries, as well as the consumer, will receive an economic advantage from this substantial reduction in freight costs. Another significant benefit is an economic advantage our timber, agriculture, and manufacturing industries will receive as the cost of freight will drop significantly. We must move aggressively to achieve fuel savings and efficiencies to alleviate the pressures of offshore drilling. As an example, a 10,000-pound increase in the gross vehicle weight is a 20% reduction in the amount of fuel that is consumed to get the same amount of product delivered. This results in 20% less air emissions and a decrease in the amount of trucks on the road with commuters. Our road system can handle the extra weight, and much heavier loads are permitted every day. You know, this is a tremendous economic, it's a way to get California back onto a competitive advantage. We've seen a lot of things that happen in California to make us to where we're not competitive. For instance, if you're a lumber broker in LA needing a load of lumber, where would you order? Would you buy it from California? That if this new rules was enacted, would you give you the ability to haul 20% more lumber, or would you buy it from Canada? So it would put California back on a competitive advantage as far as timber products, which is a big industry in not only Mendocino County, but all of Northern California, and all agriculture products. And it'll help, you know, the big increase in food has been because of the high cost of fuel. But what this will do, it'll allow our same amount of products to be hauled on 4 trucks instead of 5. So, you know, can you imagine what a 20% fuel savings on our trucks, how much extra fuel that will make available? That'll certainly help drive down the price of the cost of fuel, not only diesel fuel, but gas. It's pretty simple. This is an intent to start the process. It's been kind of stonewalled. from some members of the state legislature, and this is an attempt to reach out to all of them. Maybe we can get a state senator or a similar member to pick up the idea, because it will save a tremendous amount of fuel. It'll give us certainly better air quality. It'll put less trucks on our roads out there competing with people who are going to and from work. And it won't cost the state one thin dime to implement this. And the trucks are built to handle extra loads. The road systems, our bridges have been handle heavier loads through permits every day, but this will just give the advantage of normal people hauling commerce to take advantage of that. So I think it's a huge thing that can really help for fuel savings and reduce our air emissions. And I would like to see it be taken up as a legislative project through on our legislative agenda.
Questions of the Board of Supervisor Pinches? Okay. To the public, I believe I have at least one, maybe two speakers wishing to speak to this item. First speaker will be Carrie Brown from the Mendocino County Farm Bureau. And others that wish to speak to this, please fill out a salmon-colored card, please. Ms. Brown.
Carrie Brown.